Seyka of For Goodness Seyks, reporting from Vienna, Austria today from Muso Koroni. We excitedly happened upon this store while we were walking to dinner the other night, and we saw written on the windows, vegan, fair, organic, and I thought, heaven, is that you? This store is an awesome place. They source local brands with ethics in mind, and they focus on bringing goodness to people through their shop. Come on in as we meet with the owner. Thanks so much for meeting with us and being willing to take this interview and share your shop with the world.
Hi, you're welcome.
This is Yasmin, and this is the owner of this store. Will you tell us, where did the name of the store come from?
Well, when I went vegan, I wanted to open a store because it was very hard to find vegan clothes, shoes, and everything. And so I was thinking about a name which has the meaning of a vegan lifestyle, but not the word vegan in the name, because many people were like, okay, I'm not vegan, I don't want to buy there. So I was looking for a name which is international. So it's a West African goddess who is creating all living creatures like plants, animals, and human beings.
Beautiful. And when did you go vegan?
And it was in 2004, so almost 15 years ago.
Amazing. And what was the main driver for you to transition your lifestyle?
Well, I was vegetarian since I'm 11. I grew up on the countryside with a small farm, like we always had animals at home. And well, if you're looking for the animals and they're not there anymore because they're coming to the plate, it was not so nice for me to know. And when I was meeting a guy just on the internet, and he was vegan and he's a photographer, and he told me like about veganism, and it was like, oh my god, there's more than I can do, like not only not eating fish and meat. And so I was looking for informations, and then I went vegan.
Wow, very, very cool. And you started your shop online, is that right?
Yes, because at that time I was not living in Vienna. I grew up in a very small village, so online was the only option at that time.
And then when was this shop opened?
Almost 7 years ago. In August we have our 7 years anniversary, and yeah.
Is this the only current like brick and mortar store that you have, and the rest is online?
Yes,
Okay.
we do have only store, but maybe in future we will come to other countries, so let's see.
Wonderful, very, very cool. We will be looking forward to that. We've had a chance to look around your shop already, and you've got some awesome brands here. Anything, I'd love to kind of show the men's section over here. Anything to call specific attention to in the brands over here? Anything that you think people might find particularly awesome?
First of all, we try to have like for both women and men, because I think for women it's in general easier to get stuff. So we try also that the men are happy, because they're also male vegans, of course. We try to have brands which are more smaller, so we can support the people who are really behind it. We also look for having eco-friendly products. Not only it's vegan here, it's also sustainable and fair trade. For example, we have the Portuguese brand Nye. Maybe you've heard of it. Like, we work together since they exist. We've been the first retailer outside of the country. So we have a long relationship, and we know they're vegans, they're behind it, they look always for sustainable products. Like we have recycled airbags, cork, recycled PET bottles, like all recycled stuff and sustainable, eco-friendly. Like, that's really important for us. Not only that the brand is making money because of the word vegan, because there are many vegan brands who try just to make money out of it, and that's not what we want, because we want to support the people behind it.
I love that. You're really, really values-oriented organization and woman. Like, I can see that, and I can see that in the different brands. I hadn't heard of Nye before, but oh my gosh, their shoes are so cute. Like, they're adorable. And so the fact that they're recycled, and that by purchasing products from your store and from the brands that are in your store, you know that you are furthering the mission of people who are vegan and who are out to help animals and out to help the planet. And you're getting a awesome product, but you're also getting to support larger values while doing that. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, we also try to meet the people behind the brands. Like we know 90% of the brands personally, because I think it's very important to see like who is doing it. Like, are they doing it for a special reason? What's the reason why you're doing it? For example, we have the brand. It's a German brand, Bleed.
Yes.
Do you know it? Did you hear?
Only from seeing it in here.
Yeah, and they have like the owner, like he's really living this lifestyle. Like they also have the Peter certification.
Okay.
So they're all vegan, the products, and like the supporting also projects, and they have vegan meals together. Like, you know, that's what's really important. Not only working, but also having all those things around.
That's really, really cool. I also noticed that online it said that your beauty products are not only vegan, they're also cruelty-free.
Yes, and natural. That's also important because there are many harsh chemicals in many vegan products. People think they are good, like I don't want to call names, but there are big chains where people think like, oh my God, this smells so good and this is so natural and so good, and people don't look at the ingredients or where it's made, or is it really packaging free, or is it just a lie? And like we try to source locally, like the soaps we have here, it's a Viennese brand, or other brands like the tooth care products are from Germany, and the conchis are from Vienna too. So we try always to have brands which are around here and not like shipped from I don't know where.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning when I started the store it was really hard to find brands, but now it's so easy, so we don't have to ship from overseas anymore. It's not necessary.
That's awesome. Very, very cool. And I know from personal experience, I spend a lot of my time blogging and reading and trying to understand what all these terms mean, right, on my food, in my beauty products, for my clothing. And I know that I don't even know, 40% of what there is to know. And I think it really takes a village and a community to be able to come together and really look into what matters and to make sure that you truly are voting with your dollars toward things that matter. So being able to come and partner with a store like you, where you are doing the research, you're connecting with the brands, you're understanding the background of it, right? I'm not going to be lied to about, okay, yeah, it says that they're interested in sustainability, right? Anybody can stamp sustainable on something.
Yeah, there's also no law or anything. That's a problem. Like everybody can put a vegan sign on meat, for example, and you don't know it.
Right.
Like you think it's maybe fake meat, but it is not.
Right.
So that's a problem. Also from the law, they have to. I don't know if you heard about it, but like in Germany and Austria, they want to forbid. That's called vegan schnitzel or vegan sausage, which I think is also kind of ridiculous. Because
We're dealing with a lot of that too in America. So
okay.
Are you familiar with the brand Miyoko's by any chance?
I've heard it, but not so much.
I've had the awesome opportunity to actually meet Miyoko. She's the head of a vegan brand. She has a rescue farm for farmed animals, but the main thing that she's known for is amazing cheese, right? Like incredible cheese and butter that you can't, like, you feed your most like butter loving friend a scoop of this butter and they won't know, right, that it's vegan. And she right now is kind of taking on a lot of those lawsuits and saying like, I'm ready. Like, I will take this on. Mm-hmm. It should be labeled butter. Like, I want it to be, this is dairy and I'm going to call it dairy and they can call it cow dairy. Right? And so we're dealing kind of with the same things of how do we, pursuing making veganism more accessible for more people. How do we fight those labeling restrictions and how do we really like push to make an impact in the labeling side of things?
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard because the laws are not so good. Looks in most of the countries, but in Austria where we do have a good vegan society, like we have lots of vegan labels on food products, so that's already good, so you know the first sign if it's vegan or not. But of course I don't understand why some cheat meals are okay and some are not. Like, it's hard.
And it's so nice when you can rely on the vegan symbol, right? And you can say, yes, I know that this is safe. Really funny story, when we were in Singapore, we bought some orange juice like to have at a picnic. We didn't actually purchase it. One of our friends did. But we wouldn't have checked the ingredients even if we did buy it, because it's orange juice. And Brian turns around the box and looks at the ingredients. Brian's my husband. Turns around, looks at the ingredients, and it has milk in it.
Orange juice.
That's what orange juice.
Really? Never heard of that.
Me neither. It was made by the producer was a dairy company. And so that's just one example of like, excuse me, I have to check orange juice, right? And like if things have a reliable vegan symbol, you don't have to be as worried.
Yeah, but it's the same in Austria. Like we have a dairy company who starts to mix dairy products with oat milk. And then it says oat milk. And you think it's oat milk, but it's oat milk and milk, like cow milk.
We had the same thing happen. Somebody said that no problem, we have a vegan milk for you, we'll bring you soy milk. They brought it for me, I put it in my coffee, had a sip, and went, I taste something else, and asked to see the back, and it had whole milk in it.
Yeah, it's more confusing than it was before. I don't know why the law is so strange, but it's a big lobby behind it, so that's the problem. But I think the meat and dairy companies just have to see the vegan boom and have to produce also vegan products. That's the only solution. And they will have also profit from it. So it's not bad for them. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. So I hope they will decide and stop bashing vegan products.
What's that quote? First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then they join you. And I think we're in the fight stage, which is okay as long as we're moving toward the joining. Because, to the dairy companies, we care about the people as well. So pivot, baby, pivot. It's time. What else? So we've got snacks over here.
Yeah, of course. Vegans always need vegan snacks, right?
Yes.
Some treats, like we always had since the beginning some vegan treats. Like it's also a company we worked together for a long time. I think he's the biggest vegan wholesaler in Europe.
Wow.
He died a few years ago, unfortunately, but his wife is continuing. So I think it's very important to still support them. And so, yeah.
Very cool. And then, let's see, I want to show off some of the jewelry and wallets that we have over here.
Yeah, I think vegan wallets is also something everybody needs. It's not so easy to find because everybody has very specific wishes. So we try to have also different materials, like cork you can see, which is very easy to take care of and water resistant, eco-friendly.
Beautiful. And then some more clothing options. Fun accessories for the house, lots of books, cookbooks, and just kind of books about the life of being vegan, right?
Yeah, we have over 100 titles. We try to have different topics like easy vegan recipes or for school breaks, lunch breaks, raw food, vegan cosmetics, like normal informations when you're pregnant as a vegan family, like all kind of these topics, vegan baking. So we try, so everybody can find something because we have lots of family members, like they say my son-in-law, he's vegan, or daughter-in-law, or sister, and they're coming to visit, and what shall we cook? So we're trying to help them to find something so they can cook not only once, but also every time, and yeah.
That is so sweet. I love that story. What thoughtful family members coming in to try to figure it out, because it can be really daunting knowing that one of your loved ones is vegan and not knowing how to kind of make food without meat or dairy or honey, all those things. So.
Yeah, and you also don't want to give them always food as a present. Yes. So sometimes they need also presents, so we try to help them to find a good vegan present.
Wow, so amazing. Anything else about yourself or your shop that you'd like to share with our audience?
I think people should think more about what they buy, where to buy, and support also the small brands, not only buy at Amazon, Zalando, and all that companies, because they will still exist, even if you buy or not. Support the local companies, brands, and yeah, try to influence your friends and family.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for having us. This is a really remarkable shop. I really appreciate how much you live your values, and you are influencing so many people by having this space and by sharing your knowledge with them.
Thanks for visiting.
Yeah, the link to this shop and to be able to contact will be in the show notes. Thanks you guys so much for following. Don't forget to follow along for the rest of this 21 country vegan voyage at For Goodness Seyks on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.